Welcome to our college briefing show. Today, we're diving into some fascinating stories from around the world. First up, Hong Kong's beloved fast food chains, Café de Coral and Fairwood, are facing a tough year with nearly 30% profit drops. Aging customers, fierce delivery competition, and changing habits post-pandemic are all part of the mix, but both companies are staying optimistic with new strategies like menu expansion and rent negotiations. Next, across the pond in the UK, a bold plan to open family hubs in every local authority aims to support 500,000 more children in disadvantaged areas by 2026. These hubs will provide a wide range of services, from birth registration to youth clubs, building on past efforts but with some critics questioning the clarity of the new proposals. Finally, a Canadian's AI music hoax has stirred up big conversations. Posing as a band called the Velvet Sundown, he created a fake story that quickly gained popularity, raising questions about AI's role in music and authenticity. Please continue to watch for more details on these stories. The South China Morning Post vividly depicts the plight of Hong Kong's iconic fast food chains, Café de Coral and Fairwood, which are now grappling with a perfect storm of economic and demographic shifts. Once resilient during past crises like the 1997 and 2008 financial meltdowns, these establishments are now facing their greatest challenge in over 50 years. Their decline is attributed to an aging customer base, changing consumer habits, and fierce competition from delivery platforms, which they have yet to fully embrace. The story captures the everyday reality of elderly patrons like Mr. and Mrs. Che, who prefer the affordable, straightforward menu offerings, highlighting how economic slowdown and evolving tastes, particularly the lure of mainland options, are squeezing profits. Industry experts emphasize that these chains, traditionally seen as inferior goods, struggle to appeal to a broader demographic, especially as younger consumers seek variety and quality through delivery services, and retirees become more cautious with their spending. Despite their efforts to innovate with new menu items and regional expansion, the chains acknowledge the need to adapt, whether through diversifying offerings or embracing delivery platforms, to survive this downturn. The BBC reports on a transformative government initiative in England aimed at bolstering family support systems through the launch of family hubs across every local authority. This £500 million project aspires to reach 500,000 children in disadvantaged areas by 2028, offering a comprehensive range of services from birth registration and midwifery to debt advice and youth activities. The initiative echoes the early 2000s Sure Start centers but seeks to modernize and expand upon that legacy, promising a one-stop resource that bridges healthcare, education, and social care. While government officials tout these hubs as a vital step toward breaking the cycle of inequality and giving children a fairer start, critics, including the conservatives, remain skeptical about what's genuinely new, suspecting it may be a rebranding of existing services. Nonetheless, charities like Save the Children welcome the move, emphasizing the proven effectiveness of integrated support in improving family outcomes and early childhood development. The Sydney Morning Herald offers a poignant reflection on the enduring American spirit amid contemporary polarization, through a personal visit to Monticello and a historical dialogue between Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. The narrative underscores how these founding fathers, despite their ideological differences, maintained a profound respect and a complex, evolving friendship exemplified by their extensive correspondence. The author's family trip, prompted by a new tour exploring their relationship, becomes a metaphor for civility and dialogue in today's fractured political landscape. The story contrasts their pursuit of virtue and unity with the current era's chaos, exemplified by Donald Trump's tumultuous influence, which the author criticizes for deepening inequality and undermining democratic virtues. Renowned filmmaker Ken Burns offers insight into America's revolutionary past, emphasizing that stories, rich, nuanced, and sometimes contradictory, are the only means to bridge divides and foster understanding. The piece ultimately advocates for approaching politics with patience, recognizing the complexity of truth, and cherishing the shared stories that can unite a nation, much like the enduring friendship of Jefferson and Adams. South China Morning Post reports that China's Communist Party is implementing new rules aimed at standardizing decision-making processes within its top organs, particularly the Party Coordinative Institutes, which include central commissions and leading groups. These bodies, many of which were expanded or created during Xi Jinping's leadership, are now being formalized with regulations that emphasize planning, discussion, and oversight of major issues. This move suggests Xi may be delegating more operational authority to his deputies, allowing him to focus on overarching strategic priorities while reducing his involvement in day-to-day affairs. The reforms also appear aligned with Xi's broader strategy to reinforce party control over critical policy domains such as security, economic reform, and foreign affairs, often through the elevation of leading small groups to more influential central commissions. Notably, Xi has begun delegating some diplomatic functions, such as leading the Chinese delegation at the upcoming BRICS summit, signaling a possible phased approach to leadership transition, although no clear successor has emerged. CBC narrates the story of Andrew Freeland, a Canadian who orchestrated an elaborate AI music hoax that captivated the media and propelled a fictional band, the Velvet Sundown, to over 1 million monthly Spotify listeners. Freeland, who remains anonymous for safety reasons, created a narrative that the band was a genuine human group, despite evidence of AI-generated artwork and music. His experiment was driven by a fascination with the intersection of art, deception, and technology, aiming to explore how easily media and audiences can be misled in the digital age. As the hoax unfolded, Freeland manipulated social media accounts, shared AI-generated images, and even gave interviews, blurring the lines between reality and artificial creation. The success of the hoax, which increased the band's audience significantly, underscores the rapid spread of AI-generated content and raises questions about authenticity in the streaming era. Despite the controversy and the hurt caused by his deception, Freeland views the project as an artistic exploration and a commentary on the ease of creating convincing digital illusions. South China Morning Post further highlights the story of Ding Yuanzhao, a highly educated Chinese man who became a food delivery writer, sparking debates about the value of academic achievement amid a tough job market. Ding, who graduated from prestigious universities including Tsinghua, Peking, and Oxford, and earned a PhD in biology, struggled to find suitable employment after his postdoctoral research in Singapore ended. Despite his advanced degrees, he now works for Meituan in Beijing, earning a modest income supporting his family. His story has ignited discussions on social media about the disparity between educational attainment and job opportunities, with some criticizing the seeming devaluation of higher education, while others defend his choice to work in a stable job. Ding's narrative underscores the ongoing employment challenges faced by China's youth, with a youth unemployment rate nearing 15%, prompting reflection on the societal value placed on education and the realities of a competitive job landscape. The Asian University for Women, AUW, as highlighted by Nikkei Asia, stands as a beacon of hope for Afghan women amidst the country's staggering gender disparities. Despite the UN's assessment that Afghanistan ranks second globally in gender inequality, with women only realizing 17% of their potential, AUW has become a sanctuary where young Afghan women pursue their dreams of education and empowerment. Since its inception in 2008, the university has enrolled over 1,700 students from diverse regions, including approximately 510 from Afghanistan, producing more than 110 graduates. The founder, Kamal Ahmad, emphasizes education as a crucial tool for fighting inequality and envisioning a future where Afghan women are prepared to contribute meaningfully to rebuilding their country. Initiatives like the Roshini-e-Omid program exemplify AUW's commitment to remote learning, fostering a pipeline of future leaders who can participate in Afghanistan's reconstruction when the time is right. Beyond Afghanistan, AUW extends its mission to support women in Gaza and marginalized groups in India, advocating for a future where educated women are at the forefront of societal change, creating a brain bank for Afghanistan's eventual resurgence. Meanwhile, across the UK, young people face their own hurdles in entering the workforce, as reported by BBC. Grace Pickett, an 18-year-old eager to study history at university, has been applying for summer jobs for 2 years without success, hindered primarily by her lack of experience. Her story underscores a common dilemma: employers seek prior experience, yet many young applicants have little to show, creating a frustrating cycle. Experts suggest creative strategies such as volunteering, direct outreach to small businesses, and crafting tailored CVs and cover letters to stand out. The competitive nature of summer employment has increased due to higher minimum wages and more applicants, yet the importance of these roles in building skills and CVs remains crucial. Advice from careers professionals emphasizes the value of initiative, personality, and preparation, encouraging young people to demonstrate their skills through varied experiences and to approach interviews with confidence and curiosity. Despite challenges, these efforts can help break the cycle of inexperience and open doors to vital early work experiences. In the UK, the government is taking steps to bolster family and youth support through the expansion of family hubs, as reported by The Independent. The initiative, backed by a £500 million investment, aims to establish a network of Best Start family hubs across every local authority by 2026, providing vital services such as birth registration, debt advice, midwifery, and support for separated parents. These hubs are envisioned as comprehensive centers that foster early intervention and social care, helping to bridge gaps in health, education, and social services, especially in disadvantaged communities. Politicians and charities alike see this as a significant move toward ensuring all children have a fair start in life, echoing the legacy of programs like Sure Start. While critics question the clarity and novelty of the scheme, organizations like Save the Children and the NAHT Union welcome the focus on early childhood support, emphasizing that integrated services are essential for reducing child poverty and improving long-term outcomes. This nationwide rollout symbolizes a renewed commitment to nurturing resilient families and giving children the best possible foundation for future success. Seattle Fire Department responded to a dramatic two-alarm blaze at the University of Washington's Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity house early Saturday morning. Over 80 firefighters rushed to the scene after reports of flames on the roof and deck, which had initially been contained by residents. However, the fire had already spread into the attic and upper floors, causing significant damage to the roof, attic, and top level of the house. The swift response managed to bring the fire under control just before 5 a.m., and fortunately, no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire remains under investigation, highlighting the ongoing challenges of fire safety in residential college housing. Meanwhile, Elon Musk announced the formation of a new U.S. political party called the America Party, signaling a significant shift in the American political landscape. This revelation came shortly after Musk engaged with his followers on X, formerly Twitter, where a majority expressed support for creating a new party to restore personal freedoms. Musk's decision follows a contentious recent period involving his opposition to a tax cut and spending bill signed into law by President Trump, which Musk publicly criticized. His strained relationship with Trump, including threats to cut subsidies to Musk's companies, underscores the complex and often volatile interplay between billionaire influence and national politics, raising concerns among Republicans about potential impacts on upcoming elections. In the world of sports, Wimbledon delivered yet another surprise as Emma Navarro, known for her stubborn and scrappy style of play, defeated defending champion Barbara Krejcikova in a thrilling three-set match. Navarro, a young American player with a resilient spirit, came from behind after losing the first set to win 2-6, 6-3, 6-4. Krejcikova, visibly unwell and exhausted, had to undergo a medical timeout, which seemed to sap her energy further. Navarro's tenacity and tactical adjustments allowed her to outlast the season champion, marking her as a rising star in tennis. Her victory continues the unpredictable trend at Wimbledon, where no player has repeated as women's champion since Serena Williams in 2016, and it sets up an exciting quarter-final clash with Russian teen Mira Andreeva, promising more thrilling tennis ahead. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation vividly captures the impact of the kava boom across the Pacific, highlighting how this traditional beverage, revered for its calming effects and deep cultural significance, is now fueling a lucrative trade that spans from Vanuatu to Australia. Exporters like Michael Laus observe unprecedented high prices and flourishing local economies, as kava's popularity surges internationally, especially in Australia where supermarkets now stock it due to consumer demand. Yet, this economic boon comes with social costs, as local leaders in Kiribati and other islands voice concerns over increased consumption leading to family neglect, financial drain, and social disintegration. The narrative underscores the delicate balance between economic opportunity and social responsibility, emphasizing the need for education to mitigate potential abuse and preserve community cohesion amidst the globalized embrace of this age-old Pacific tradition. CBC's report paints a compelling picture of a young Edmonton-born rugby player, Tyler Dugwood, who has made a remarkable leap from his Canadian roots to don the French national jersey against the mighty All Blacks. His journey, from playing high school rugby in Edmonton to competing on the international stage in New Zealand, exemplifies the complex web of national allegiance in modern sports. Dugwood's debut, marked by a spirited performance despite France's narrow defeat, symbolizes the fluidity of identity in globalized athletics, where heritage and residency intertwine. The story also touches on other players with Canadian ties, illustrating how international rugby has become a mosaic of diverse backgrounds, with athletes navigating their personal histories and national loyalties amid fierce competition and evolving world rankings. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation's detailed account of the childcare sector reveals a troubling undercurrent of gender bias and systemic vulnerabilities. The arrest of male childcare worker Joshua Brown, charged with over 70 offenses involving child abuse, ignites fears and prejudices, casting a shadow over the profession and sparking calls to ban men from childcare altogether. Experts warn, however, that such measures overlook the deeper systemic flaws, insufficient safeguards, lax background checks, and the underfunded nature of early childhood services that allow abuse to occur undetected. The report emphasizes urgent reforms, including enhanced background screening, stricter professional boundaries, and technological surveillance, to create a safer environment for children. Amidst the controversy, the focus remains on supporting the many dedicated male educators who strive to uphold safety and trust, advocating for a balanced approach rooted in robust safeguards rather than gender-based exclusion. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.